Welcome to the Dannyola show, where we don't judge, we love, we appreciate, we educate, we elevate, and we motivate. Today's guest wears many hats. By day, he's a scrum master, helping tech teams stay focused, collaborative, and on track. But beyond the 9 to 5, he's also an entrepreneur and founder of Clique. What's Clique? We're going to dive in and find out. It's a platform dedicated to connecting and empowering professionals in their career journeys. We're diving into the world of agile tech, business building, and balance it takes to do both. Welcome to the Dannyola show as we present Thompson Iyoha.
Yes, sir. Thank
How
you.
you doing today? How you doing today, my guy?
Good, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm thanking God. I'm still here, bro.
Yes. So, man, what have you learned about yourself so far in 2025? Like, since we're almost in the middle of of the year. What have you learned so far about yourself?
Boy, first of all, it's hard to believe that we're almost in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing I've learned about myself is that I need to trust myself with the hard decisions, and then leave the rest up to God.
Facts. I definitely agree with that. And a lot of times we just want to just do it and not even ask God, or not even just, seek any type of counsel. We just want to do it because we feel like we just got it. But in reality, saying like the word say, it's not by power, not by might, but by the Spirit, right? So I definitely agree with you with that. So let's go ahead and dive in. What exactly does a Scrum Master do, and how did you get into that role?
Man, that is a good question. How I got into the role is a whole journey.
Hey,
whole story.
We got time for the journey. Take us, man.
All right,
Take us on that journey.
Let me take you back. All right, I gotta take you back to pre-pandemic. All right, because pre-pandemic, it was the 9 to 5 for me. It was the waking up early, got to get to work, got to get home, got to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Pandemic happened, everything shut down. Can't go into the office no more.
Okay.
You gotta find something remote if you still can.
Yeah.
Somebody told me about Scrum Master. Now you asked me what Scrum Master is. It's IT for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's IT. It's in the IT field. But what Scrum Master is a servant leader who coaches their team, right, to deliver value to the customer. That's the whole purpose of the Scrum Master. You there to coach the team, to guide them, remove impediments, get them to the value, to get them to the customer. Everybody gets to the money.
Okay, so you kind of like a middleman in a sense,
Yes, sir.
so to say. Okay. Shit, you might have to sign me up for that, y'all. Hold on.
Telling you, hey, let me preach. Y'all listen to what I got to say.
Okay, so give us a little, mini introduction about yourself. The website and everything of social media of where we can find you at.
Yeah. So like you said, I've been a man of many hats, right? You can find me on social media at the Baba Grace or at Career Clicks, right? But I've been a man of many hats for many years. Before I got into Scrum Master, like I said, I was doing the 9 to 5. I was still working in IT, but it was the 9 to 5. It was the grind. It looked like there was no way out or no way up.
Okay.
But like I said, come pandemic time, I started looking for work that was remote. There's not a whole lot out there that's paying what you needed to pay, especially during the and you remember, prices went up. Kind of like now, right?
Yeah.
Prices went up.
That's true.
That tax, that little stimulus they handed out.
Yeah.
That was nice. But yeah, it wasn't doing enough.
Yeah.
So I was willing to try anything. I had actually stepped out of the IT world. I was like, man, let me go into insurance. Let me see what life insurance is about. They everywhere talking about it's remote, it's paying 6 figures. I was like, man, let me go ahead and get to this paper. I'll do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach a plateau. I'll do anything.
Yeah.
So, that's what I did. I spent the time, learned everything about life insurance, did the classes, did the test, got certified as a life insurance agent. I joined a bunch of different how they have like those little what do you call it, like organizations? Yeah,
okay, yeah.
They be. I joined one of those, joined a couple of those, tried to get myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm your new insurance agent. It was not happening, bro.
Really?
It was not. You know what? I really thought that it would happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I had worked so hard. I was on the grind. I wasn't talking to God though. So, you know, I was just trying to do whatever it was that I needed to do to get to the money.
Okay.
And I wasn't passionate about it. Then, you know, my sister's husband told me about Scrum Master. He said he had done it before. He had already been certified and he was going to do it again. He was going to go through the class. I was like, dang, dog, how much was that? He told me. I was like, you going to do it again?
Yeah.
Hey, fool me once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay the money again.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man, I'll do it with you. You're doing it twice. You're so confident. I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
Bro, I did that class to change my whole perspective on careers, you know what I'm saying, on work, on mentality, like personally and professionally. And I just felt like I found my passion again about IT. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it just propelled me forward into becoming a Scrum Master, seeing what else was out there, seeing what was above that, seeing how I could help organizations. And now I'm a consultant, you know what I'm saying, working directly with organizations, not, you know, not no 9-to-5 employee. I have my own thing. And that's what I like.
Talk about upliftment. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. It kind of went out a little bit. But yeah, wow, man. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Man. So do you feel as if transitioning from life insurance to Scrum really do you believe that was like a smooth transition? Like being in life insurance helped you see a bigger picture transitioning into Scrum?
I think it did, you know, from the perspective of just like being able to communicate and collaborate with people. If you're gonna sell life insurance, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, you know, you gotta be all into it.
Okay.
Like when I decided to do life insurance, I was all into it.
Okay.
I'm saying it taught me that drive. Now, when God presented something else, he was like, hey, look, I'm trying to push you over here.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my all into it, just like I did with life insurance. I tried to be the best. You know what I'm saying? But life insurance was not for me.
Okay. So what's a common misconception people have about being a Scrum Master?
I feel like there's two common misconceptions people have, and they go one in one. One is that you have to be technical to be a Scrum Master. Okay. That's not always the case.
All right.
You have to be able to speak technical and understand technical things, but you don't have to be hands-on keyboard technical.
Really?
That's right. Now, second misconception that goes in with you don't have to be technical. Scrum Masters don't do anything. That's also a big misconception. Nah, you gonna do the work.
Yeah.
You gonna do the work.
Okay.
Believe me. Believe
Okay.
me. Nah, we do a lot.
Do a lot. Okay. So that's crazy because when you hear IT, you're thinking machinery and all type of, you know, Y equals MX plus V and all type of, you know, scenarios that you think that you're gonna have to do. And you're telling me that it's nothing like that. Like, I mean, it's work, but it's not the type of work that people think it is.
It's not the type of work that you think it is. It's not the type of work. Now, there are people doing that type of work.
Okay.
But for you specifically, your role, it's not the type of work you're doing. Wow. That's not your focus. Your focus is on supporting the team. And it sounds like, oh, well, you know, support the team. I'm just a cheerleader. You got to do more than just cheer. You can't sit in the background and be like, hey, y'all got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on now. Nah, you got to get in there. You got to get in the mud with the team. You know what I'm saying?
How do you keep your teams motivated and productive during long development cycles?
Boy. So part of what I do, you know what I'm saying, just to be good at being a Scrum Master and further my career is I read. You know what I'm saying? And there's power in reading because you learn things that you wouldn't be able to otherwise figure out yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the book I read is called Language is Leadership. Okay. And in it talks about a playbook. You know what I'm saying? You have red work and you have blue work. You got to separate the two. Red work is go, 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 go. Blue, calm down, chill out. Okay. So you have to create that space for your teams, especially in long development cycles. In Scrum, you have breaks. You have retros. You have planning. That's your break time. That's your time to calm down, take a look at, even if it's just for a day or two, just create that break and let your team celebrate the little ones. Give them a little mental break. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we don't have to go. Well, look, the development cycle is going to keep moving, but we have to take a break and see how we doing first. And so when you do that, it gives them time to pause. It gives them time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? And then, you go into planning. You figure out where you want to pivot, maneuver, decision making, get creative, and then you get right back on it.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you make it sound like it's just 1 + 1 = 2.
You know, the crazy part to me is I don't know how organizations are surviving right now if they don't have this mentality for their employees in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you got to push the product. You got to get it out there. You're trying to get the money. But you have to make sure what you're pushing out is what people want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the job of a scrum master. To, hey, look, team, pause. Let's check what we're making before we push it out again.
Okay. So tell me about Career Clique. What is it and what inspired you to even start it?
Whew, boy. So Career Clique, we're an organization of professionals, mentors, job seekers, people who are, coming together and trying to understand how we can move forward through this job market together.
Okay.
That's number one. So we're here to support. And that's why I founded Career Clique, because it's not easy, you know what I'm saying, going out there, finding the job, trying to understand, trying to navigate the market.
Yeah.
So, we have industry professionals who have years of experience. And it's not just IT, we're talking a lot about IT, but it's not just IT. We got people across clinical research, accounting, cloud services.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We diversify. You know what I'm saying? We got people in there.
Okay.
But, first and foremost, that's what we are. Now, secondly, I'm a consultant. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there. I'm working with enterprises. So we do consulting work. We have consultants that go out. They do Scrum at different companies. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a lot that's happened in Career Clique. You know what I'm saying? It started off as just me. You know what I'm saying? Now I've managed to grow and connect with just a few people out there who are willing to, see into the journey and be part of it. But yeah.
Nah, that's good, man. And even, speaking of books of like, I'm also reading a book called The 12-Week Year. And, it does talk about, the vision, the planning, all of what you're saying. And I'm glad that people are believing and seeing the vision and actually buying into what you're talking about and what you're promoting as well.
Yeah.
So, man, kudos to you on that and just the success of it so far and where it's definitely going to go, because I know it's going to develop to something greater and bigger. Probably past what you can even imagine.
Man, hey, from your lips to God's ears, man.
Amen.
Hey, man.
So, all right. What gap do you feel Career Clique fills in the career development or networking space?
So the thing about the networking space that frustrates me the most is you do all this work to go out there, connect with people, maybe exchange a couple of cards, some contact information. You know what I'm saying? But after that, when you need someone to call on, when you need a job, you're going to go through all the cards. You're going to go through your contacts and just start texting people. Career Clique, when you come, and you join our organization, one of the things that we like to do is make sure that someone is there to be a professional reference for you when you're looking for a job.
Okay.
So that networking space where you go out there and you struggle just to meet someone, to get a job, that's one way of doing it. But at Career Clique, if you just want to come and connect with people every once in a while and you're ready to go out there and apply and you don't have time to, to run around and beg, all right, just hit up one of the members. Okay. We got you.
Nah, that's awesome. Cause I can definitely I can definitely relate to that when it comes to like even getting people on the show sometimes. Sometimes it's it's a headache, you know what I'm saying, with like the last minute rescheduling, or just, oh, I'm not able to do it, and you're like, dang, I was already motivated and ready to just dive into all this and that, and just trying to get, like I said, just trying to get people on the show, and you're connecting and you're networking, you doing all the dog and pony show, and still is nothing, just like a little flat line. So I'm glad that Career Clique, has somebody that you can reach out to and just say, hey, we have somebody, this is who you can talk to, and this is somebody that can coach you and help you develop these type of skills that you also looking for.
Even if it's just a question, you know what I'm saying? Ask the question. I may not have to answer, but hey, let's figure it out together.
And that is on point for real. What's one of the biggest wins you've had with Career Clique so far?
The biggest one for sure is, actually acquiring an enterprise client. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Somebody got to pay the bill.
Come on, with it.
You start looking for these businesses, these enterprise clients, you get some contracts signed, they pay the bills. That's the biggest one right there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hard market out there, you know what I'm saying? But thankfully, just being able to, again, like I said, network and talk to people and then maintain that close group. God provides.
Amen. So what advice do you have for someone working full time and wants to start a side business?
Man, that's tough. I mean, the important, you working full time, so you got some money coming in, you got some cash flow, even if it's just a little bit, you got something coming in. My best advice is to start. Don't wait for the stars to align. Start. Like I said, you focus on the value your product or your service or whatever you're doing is going to bring to the customer. You know what I'm saying? You focus on that and the success will come. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just needs to be about the turkey legs. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to be about the turkey legs. You don't have to do nothing extra. Just focus on the customer.
And I can definitely piggyback on that when it comes to just start. Because a lot of times people have the vision, they have the dreams, they have the plan, but the execution is where everybody stops at, and that's where the idea dies right there when it's time to execute, because it didn't work the first time, it didn't work the second time, it didn't work the 15th time, it didn't work the 20th time, so now it's like I'm gonna just give up and call it a day. And I feel like that's where we fall short at.
It's not gonna be perfect.
Yes, because
it's not gonna be perfect.
The finish line is right here. That pathway and door to success is right there. But you decided to turn around and say that it was too hard, so I'm gonna just stop. So I definitely can agree with that. Heavy. What motivates you in both your career and your business?
Oh yeah, that's easy. I want to go where people fail and try and succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what motivates me now. Like, oh, this company is struggling. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me go in there. Let me see where I can be effective. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I'm looking for the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna fail sometimes. I failed before. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fail sometimes, but I'm gonna keep trying because the success, it's worth it. Yeah. The success is worth it.
Yeah. When you're able to pay your bills 6 months in advance, you're able to relax and just open up your account and money's looking good, and the family's secured, everybody's good, and everybody's health is on point. Yeah, that I can definitely agree with that very, very much. So what do you wish you knew before stepping into the world of tech and entrepreneurship?
I think I thought about this a lot. I think I wish I knew before I came in that it was going to take a personal transformation, not just a professional one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, when I was doing the whole 9 to 5 on the wheel, I just kept thinking, man, I got to jump from this title to that title to this title to that title. Whatever title just gets me paid a little bit more. That's why. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna switch up, do whatever else just gets me paid a little bit more. Yeah, it's not it's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So, what was the question, man? I forgot the question. I'm not gonna lie, man. What was the question again?
What do you wish you knew before stepping into the world of tech and entrepreneurship?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Nah, you really gotta slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to slow down. You have to do what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? And once I was able to find my passion again, that's when I realized, I was like, oh man, if I had just focused on finding what I was passionate about, maybe I would have found this earlier. But God leads you to where he wants you to go. I'm saying maybe he had to take me through that season before I could get to where I want to go. So, I'm not going to look back and wish I had done this or that, but yeah, I wish I had known to just that transformation has to be personal too. It can't just be professional. It can't just be about titles. You gotta be about what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying?
And crazy enough that you say it, I kind of think of Jonah and the whale, of like God is, God got the signs in front of you, or there's signs that's there, but you just like your spiritual eyes are not just open, or your spiritual ears are not open to hear what it is that he's telling you. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like sometimes it takes something to happen for you to realize that if only I would have just listened, or if only I would have been paying attention, or took that step and that leap, then man, maybe this would be different. But like you said, you can't look back at the past. You just got to continue to just grow and move. And once you figure out that passion, you just go 100%.
Yeah.
And like you said, on a personal level, you definitely got to transform, because if your mind ain't right and you're not doing what it takes personally to grow the business or grow in general, then how do you expect how do you expect anything else to grow?
Yeah.
You're just going to stay stagnant and just stay where you at. So I definitely agree with you when it comes to that. So how do you define success at this stage in your life?
Boy, I mean, think about it. Like, success to me used to be that number, that salary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now God has taken care of that.
Yeah.
Right? So success to me is how many people can I help? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people are going to come to me and be like, hey, man, you say you got me? Yes, I got you. Let me, hey.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, how many people I can help. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm measuring my success. I want to get to 1 million, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can definitely agree with you on that. What's next for you? Any big any big goals or dreams for Career Clique or your career in general?
Big dreams for Career Clique. I've been thinking about manufacturing AI, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get into that space. But that's a dream, you know what I'm saying? The real dream is just to stay above water, keep on swimming.
Yeah.
This economy is crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is. Yeah,
So,
the tariffs and everything.
but we'll see. We have to also see what God has for me. So
definitely gonna keep you in my prayers, man, with Career Clique and everything. So with all of this going on, right? Career Clique and just helping others, the family. What does self-care look like to you? How do you take care of yourself?
Boy, at this point with the family, man, self-care is a dark room, a fan, cold drink, and no kids screaming.
Okay.
Daddy, come play with me. I be hiding, bro.
You play hide and seek by yourself.
Oh, yeah. We play hide and seek. Come find me. Come find me. No, you're not gonna find me. I need a nap.
Nah, I feel it.
No, but yeah, that's what peace of mind. That's what self-care looks like right now. I'm sure, hopefully, it'll change in the future. Self-care, isn't just me hiding from my kids because I'm tired, my back hurts.
Yeah,
but it's good to take a break, rest.
Okay. I definitely love to hear that, man. And Thompson, I really, really thank you for coming on the Dannyola show, blessing us with your presence, giving us everything that we needed for the show. Yeah. So that concludes the episode of the Dannyola show with Thompson Iyoha from Career Clique. And we are